Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states. So glad you joined me for this video. Once again, we're taking questions that have been submitted underneath me by the people that are watching these videos. So you can do that as well, and hopefully we'll choose your question and we'll go through that. The gentleman today that wants to talk about income riders is Eric Schubert, and I appreciate Eric, I think on a couple of videos you put some very poignant questions about income riders. So we're going to talk about income riders today, but only after this music. So the topic today is, what is an annuity income rider? And let's read from Eric's questions. What would be the purpose of a variable or fixed index annuity with no income rider? So let's just answer that one. Number one, I don't sell variable annuities because I don't sell anything that goes down or the potential to go down in value. No offense to the variable annuity side, but my whole thing is you own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do, and the will do is the contractual guarantee part. But let's talk about the question that Eric was asking about. What's the purpose if you do not add an income rider to a variable annuity or an index annuity at the time of application? And by the way, that's when you add them. You can't buy a variable or a fixed index and then after the fact add the income rider. The income rider, which is an attached benefit for future income, has to be added at the time of application, okay? But the reason, if you just bought a standalone variable annuity or a standalone fixed index annuity, it would be for the unknown, the potential returns of each of one of those specific strategies. Variable annuities, those are mutual funds inside. They call them separate accounts. Obviously, you get market growth with that. With indexed annuities, it's an index option strategy. It's designed to create normal CD type returns. But the reason that you would buy it just as a standalone with no income rider would be for those unknown returns. Hey, also with variable and fixed index annuities, you're also buying it in a non-IRA type account. You can buy it in an IRA or Roth IRA, but in non-IRA type accounts, you're buying it also for the tax deferral. Both of those products have tax deferral. MIGAs do as well. Multi-year guarantee annuities have tax deferral in a non-IRA setting. But once again, you can buy those in all different types of accounts, IRA, Roth IRA, non-IRA. But with variable annuity, fixed index annuity, and just let's throw MIGAs in there for now, you can buy those in specific durations. In other words, there's specific surrender charge time periods for each of those. They don't have to be long, 10 years. Some of them could be short, like MIGAs have a 2-year. Index annuities are 4 and 5 years at the shorter term, as long as 10 years plus. Same thing with variable annuities. So one of the questions that he was asking was just the term, and the customer gets to choose that. And when you're working with an agent, hopefully me, Stan the Annuity Man, I'm going to give you those different options and those different choices on the surrender charge time periods. Eric also asked, would a fixed index annuity with an income rider be a good inflation hedge or work as a hedge against inflation? Let's kind of go backwards a little bit because the topic of this video is about income riders. Let's talk about an income rider. What is an income rider? And then I'll address his question. An income rider is an attached benefit to a policy. Typically, it's either variable, fixed index, and some MIGAs. You can attach an income rider for a future lifetime income stream. You can go to theannuityman.com and punch in your numbers on the income rider calculator and get those numbers. And income riders typically are for when you're deferring 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and beyond years. So you want to know to the penny what that income amount's going to be, 5 years or 7 years or 3 years or 10 years, customizable. And remember that lifetime income with any type of lifetime income annuity is primarily based on your life expectancy at the time you take the payment. Interest rates play a secondary role in pricing. Interest rates play a secondary role in pricing. It's really about your life expectancy. Give you an example. Social Security, the older you are, the higher the payment. Income riders, the older you are, the higher the payment. It's the same thing. It's a transfer of risk for lifetime income as long as you're breathing, and you can set up for your life or for your spouse's life. But to get back to Eric's question about inflation. Inflation is like this gorilla in the room that everyone's talking about. What am I going to do with inflation, Stan? There's no perfect answer, just really bad sales pitches. The way to address inflation using annuities with an income rider, like an index annuity with an income rider, is having income start at a future date, with the projections being that there will be inflation at a future date. That's the best that you can do. You don't have to buy an income rider and start at a future date for an inflation hedge. You could always wait and buy an immediate annuity at the time you need to solve for that amount of money that has affected your income floor for inflation. Give you an example. Let's just say right now you're getting $2,000 a month, and then 7 years from now, you really need $2,500 a month. You need an additional $500. You can, at that point in time, 7 years from now, buy an immediate annuity, reverse engineering the quote, and you can use our site at theannuityman.com and all our calculators to do that, to solve for that specific need. But you can also be proactive with that step, like Eric's talking about, and say, okay, I'm going to buy an index annuity with an income rider. I'm going to have that income rider start 5 years or 6 years or 7 years. And by the way, you can decide when the start date's going to be after the policy's been issued with the income rider to address inflation at that time. So to answer Eric's question, yes, you can use an index annuity with an income rider to address inflation at a future date. Is it perfect? No. Do you know exactly what inflation is going to be in the future? No. But it is a contractual way to have income starting at a future date, and that's always a good thing when you're thinking about inflation. All right, Stan the Annuity Man, this income rider thing sounds good because it sounds like I know to the penny contractually what my income benefit's going to be, my lifetime income stream's going to be with this income rider. That sounds good to me, Stan the Annuity Man. And thank you, Stan the Annuity Man, for having an income rider calculator on your site. You're welcome. But wait a minute, Stan, there's got to be a cost to this. Well, there is. Annuity companies have the big buildings for a reason. They don't give anything away. You know that. I mean, they have the logos on the plane, as my CEO says. She goes, they're starting to sponsor sports stadiums, which means that, they know when we're going to die and they do charge fees. But with income riders, let's do a visual. So draw a line down a blank sheet of paper, visually. This side is that index option side. By the way, it's going to return normal CD type returns. It's not a market product, so don't let agents tell you, well, if you'd have owned it this, you'd have gotten 14%. No, normal CD type returns. But on this side is the income rider. It's a fictitious account, monopoly money, a phantom account that you can use to calculate your lifetime income stream when you take it in the future. But for that guarantee, there is a fee. And typically with the indexed annuity income riders, let's just say the average fee is around 1%. It could be less, it could be more, but let's just say, as an example, it's 1%, and a lot of them are. So that fee for the income rider is 1%. That fee is not taken out of the income rider side. The fee is taken out of the accumulation value side, which is that index option side. And it's taken out of that index option side for the life of the policy. Yeah, for the life of the policy. So yes, there are fees, but it's not going to interrupt or lessen the income guarantee. So the way that we primarily use indexed annuities is as a cost-effective and efficient delivery system for that income rider guarantee. For a person, I ask the two questions. What do you want the money to contractually do? And when do you want those contractual guarantees to start? So if the answer to the first is, I want lifetime income, and the answer to the second question, and I want income to start in the future, okay, then we're going to quote all income riders for the highest contractual guarantee for your specific situation, and we're going to base our decision on the guarantee, the will do, not might do. Remember, will do is the contractual guarantee. That's what I say. We're in the will do, not might do studios for a reason. We're going to base our decision on the income rider guarantee and really not pay that much attention to the indexed annuity side, the indexed option side. Because once again, it's designed to create normal CD type returns. But those normal CD type returns are going to be lessened by the fee coming from the income rider. So a question I get all the time is, so are these income rider fees good or bad? I mean, should I be concerned about that when I'm purchasing an index annuity with an income rider? Well, all I'm going to tell you is you know that the fee is for the life of the policy, and you know it's going to come out of that index option side for the life of the policy. You need to make very sure that when you're buying an index annuity with an income rider, that you are going to turn on that income stream and you're going to transfer that risk to the annuity company to pay you for the rest of your life as long as you are breathing. If it's joint life, as long as you and your spouse or partner are breathing. Don't just buy the income rider because you might turn it on or it looks good or it sounds good or you bought it during the sales pitch. No. Buy that for a future pension lifetime income stream and make sure you're going to turn it on. I think one of the most tragic things I see is when people, first of all, they buy it from other people, which is tragic other than the annuity man, but they'll show me a policy and I'll go, why do you have an income rider if you're not going to turn it on? Turn it on, transfer the risk. Don't just sit and watch it. The insurance companies love that. They're getting rich off of that, right? The policy is there for you to turn on lifetime income. So before making the decision to purchase a lifetime income stream income rider, make sure that you are going to turn it on and it's part of the plan to turn it on. And that way the fee is almost irrelevant because you're getting the net amount from that lifetime income stream from the income rider. Hey, I really want to thank Eric Schubert once again for commenting on these videos and really asking some good questions, because I think the questions that Eric asked are questions that you probably have in the back of your mind. And if you don't see those questions being answered, then put your questions down there and we'll answer them not only on the YouTube channel, but they might get on this video and I might mention your name next time. Hey, thanks again for joining me on the Stan the Annuity Man YouTube channel. I'll see you next time.